all the good things come to me from above. If I would count all the blessings from the storehouse above, I simply ask for the favor of Him beyond.
Alright, welcome back to the channel. Hopefully we can probably get through this book this time. Alright, needle threading and fabric chart. Fabric. You've got cotton, wool, synthetic fiber, and knit. Alright, on the cotton, we got lightweight, organdy, lawn, and gingham, cotton 100%. Thread, needle, 90-14 for general sewing, 75-11 for lightweight fabrics. Alright, so we have cotton, linen, lightweight, and I think I already went through that. Polyester, number 60 and 50, cotton, number 60. Wool, lightweight, typical wool polyene. Polyester, number 80, cotton, number 60. Okay, I don't know if I should do this or not. Wool, serge, gabardine, flannel, polyester. Lightweight, velcourse, camel hair. You got polyester, number 60, 50, cotton, number 160. Synthetic fibers, lightweight, georgette, crepe, I don't know, satin. Now that one I do. Volley, I ain't never heard no material like that. Alright, polyester, number 180, cotton, number 120/80. Now remember, now this right here is your thread and your needle chart. Alright, then you got knit, which I really don't use knit. Tricot, polyester. Hope you can't see me now. Number 80 and 60, cotton, number 80/60. Jersey, polyester, number 60/50, cotton, number 60. Wool, polyester, 60 and 50, bulk nylon. Alright, synthetic threads are recommended for ordinary overlocking. Polyester thread, for example, is very useful for different types of fabric. Alright, note, keep in mind that the lower and upper loop will use about twice the amount of thread as the needle when purchasing thread for sewing. Therefore, especially if it is an unusual color, you should buy significant for your requirements. Alrighty, now we're going to go to the next page. Covering and 2-thread use. Model 734DW only, and I'm pretty sure that's what I got here. Let's see what we got at the front. Yep, so that would apply to this one. When deriving from the factory, your machine is set for use with 4 or 3 threads. It can, however, be easily converted to use with 2 threads. Oh, really? As desired. Ah, I should have looked at this before I bought these other ones. But, hey, okay. We made a mistake. We're not going to worry about it. Now, so it can convert it, so I don't know about that. Alright, to convert, first open the front and side covering and raise needle to its highest point by turning hand wheel towards you. Open the lid of the pocket for the 2-thread overlock converters and pull out the converter as shown in figure 1, which is this one right here. And I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it like it is. Attach the 2-thread converter into the upper loop as shown in figure 2. Alright, that's figure 1. This one is figure 2. So this one right here, it just takes it away. Alright, and this one right here is figure 3. Lower the level as far as it can go while pushing the center of the lever shown in figure 3. I think we're just going to leave it like it is. Alright. Starting to sew. Threading your machine. Wrong threading may cause skipping stitches, breaking thread, or other problems. Try to master the correct threading before moving on to test sewing. Threading must be carried out in a sequence of upper looper, lower looper needle. Open the front cover and the side cover. Raise needle to its highest point by turning hand wheel towards you. Before rethreading lower looper, remove thread from needle eye first, then rethread the lower looper. This will prevent tangling. Alright, this right here is, we got number 1 over here first. Alright, 1. Feed the thread through the thread guide as illustrated. Press down the tension release, lower, and hold it in this position. Lead the upper thread through the slot, making sure the thread passes between the tension disc. Alright, now we got this. And number 4. Press the thread through wire thread guide and loop eye, leaving an express length of about 4 inches, 10 centimeters. Alright, we got 1 over here again. Feed the thread through the thread guide as illustrated. Number 2. While pressing down and holding tension release lever, pull the lower thread through the right hand tension slot. And then we got number 3 here. Alright, now we're going to go on up here to 4. 4. Pass the thread through the lower loop eye and hook it around part A as illustrated by the arrow, leaving about 4 inches, 10 centimeter extra thread. Alrighty, we're back over here number 1. Feed the thread through the thread guide as illustrated. While pressing down and holding tension release lever as is shown, as its down position, draw the needle thread through left-handed tension slot. Draw the thread through the thread guide as illustrated. Thread the needle from front to back through needle eye. Pull the threads towards the back, passing along the right side of a pressure foot, leaving an extra about 4 inches, 10 centimeters. So here we got that. We got some pictures here, don't we? Alright, here we are with these. They're cutting their thread up there. No, no, no. Alright. Helpful hints. Replace thread spools. When replacing thread spools, the following steps may be helpful for quick changeover. Cut off extending thread near the spool. Tie the cut-in thread from a new spool. Raise pressure foot. Lower needle bar to its bottom position by turning handle by turning hand wheel away from you, pressing down and holding tension release lever. Carefully pull the extending loop or thread until the connecting knots are under the pressure foot. Stop pulling the needle thread when the knot appears and the needle eye. Cut off the knot and thread the needle with new thread. Fraying thread may make needle threading difficult. Draw the thread pass under the moving cutter and turn handle or hand wheel towards you to obtain a clear cut in. Take a pair of scissors and cut it off and thread that bad baby. Alright, here we go. And then we got pictures over here. Alrighty. After threading is complete, use a scrap of fabric that you plan to sew and test to sew in the following order. Gently pull all the threads to the left, lower and pressure foot. Rotate the handle wheel towards you a full time to see if lock stitches are properly formed. Start sewing slowly and feed in test fabric under the pressure foot by slightly pushing it forward. This can be done with the pressure foot down on most fabric, especially bulk material. Guide the fabric gently as machine automatically feeds the material. Check thread tension by testing sewing on scrap fabric. At fabric end, keep running machine at low speed, gently pulling the fabric towards the back until about 3 of chain stitches are sewn without fabric. Cut the center with scissors or thread cutter on the pressure foot lever, model 34DW, or in the pressure bar, model 734. Adjusting thread tension. I'm going to take me a break and then we'll be back. Alright, I want to say that this book is important if you do not know anything about a serger. But now, I also want to say that this book reminds me of the Bible. It tells me what I need to do to keep my serger going. And the Bible also will tell you what you need to do to make it through this life. Alright, let's go on. Adjusting thread and tension for thread use. Turning tension dial to a higher number gives you a tighter thread tension. Turning tension dial to lower number gives you a looser thread tension. The higher the number, the tighter the tension. Alright, let's go take a look. Okay, test each thread on a scrap of fabric you plan to use. Alright, so now let's go over here and let's look at our, I've got it set up right here. So, the higher number gives a tighter tension. So we have no tension on this one right now. So if we turn it like this, we have a lower tension. I think we ought to start it off on 5. So we're going to put them all on 5. I don't want to move no more. There we go. Oh, pass that one up. Alright, so now we got them all on 5. We're going to leave them there. And middle one is better than nothing. We can work it from there. Alright, let's see if I can't get you back up here. And then here. Oh, they got it on 4. They got it 4, 2, and 2. Alright. Left needle thread tension control. Upper looper thread tension control. So that's these two right here, the first one and the third one. Right needle thread tension control, which is the second one. And the very last one is lower looper thread tension control. The above tension settings are for general guidance. A little fine tuning will improve your stitches in many cases. Try test sewing with a piece of fabric you are going to use and find the best tension setting. We could do that. Let's see what we could do. If I had to start another video, I don't care. Well, I forgot that I haven't started these right here yet, and I'm not ready for them yet. I want to go through the book, and then we'll come back to this if we have to. All right, just right. Upper side lower loop thread. And this right here, let's go back to this one. Upper loop thread, lower loop thread, left needle thread, right needle thread, top side figure 1. Upper side lower loop thread, upper loop thread. So that would be, let me get my pointer out here again. It looks like they're doing the loop right here. And this one is the lower loop, which is going right down through here. Alright, and on this one, I hope you've seen it pretty good. Lower loop thread pulled to top side, upper side. Lower loop thread. So this right here would be this one right here. Upper loop thread, which would be this one right here. Alright, number 4. Make sure you can see it pretty good. Left needle thread loose and visible on upper side of fabric. Upper side. So it would be this one right here. Left needle thread. Top side. Increase left needle thread tension and or decrease either or both looper thread. Number 5. Right needle thread loose and visible on upper side of fabric. Upper side, right needle thread. You know, this is getting confusing to me. But I'm going to figure it out. Alright, upper side would be this one. No, would be this right here. Right needle thread, top side. Increase right needle thread tension. Alright, here we go with another picture. 3-thread overlock with the 1 needle. I think that I had rather have the 4 needles to start off with. Alright, in addition to the 4-threaded overlock stitch features on this machine, it is possible to produce simple 3-thread overlock stitches by threading only 1 needle. Furthermore, it is also possible to achieve 2 different seams width by threading the left needle only by a wide of 5 millimeters will be produced, and by threading the right needle only a width of 2.8 millimeters will be produced. See diagram below. Number of threads, 3 threads, 4 threads. Overage width, 5 millimeters, 2.8 millimeters, and 5 millimeters. I hope you're seeing it pretty good. Needles. Use left needle only. Alright, right needle only. And 2 needles. Needle thread tension controls. Alright, 4, 2, 4, 2. Alright, I'm going to pause this and I'm going to put them on this right here. Alright, the rest of the page is showing you what they look like. And what's different ones. Alright. Adjusting thread tension. 2-thread use. When overlocking with 2 threads, The 2-thread overlock converter should be attached into the upper looper. See page 10 for upper loop thread should be completely removed. Tension setting for 2 threads sewings are different. Alright. Left needle thread tension control. 2. Lower looper thread tension control. 4. The above tension settings are for general guidance. A little fine-tuning will improve your stitching in many cases. Try test sewing with a piece of fabric you are going to use and find the best tension setting. Alright, this right here says just right upper side needle thread, lower looper thread, needle thread, and top side. Lower looper thread pulled to underside, upper side. Lower looper thread, this is the loop right here. Needle thread, that's this one right here. Increase lower loop thread tension and or decrease needle tension. Needle thread pulled to top side. Upper side, lower looper, that's this one right here. And top side, increase needle thread tension and or decrease lower looper tension. Adjusting stitch length. Turn a stitch length digital until the required length is at the guideline. The higher number, the lower the stitch. This digital can adjust the stitch length from 1 to 5 millimeters. You know, you'd think the higher the number, the bigger it is. The lower the number, the lower it is. But they have it the opposite. Alright. Recommended stitch length setting. Regular 1 to 5 millimeters, 3 millimeters standard setting. Narrow stitch 1.5 to 2 millimeters. Rolled edges 1 to 2 millimeters. When sewing on a stitched fabric or a knitted, it may be necessary to adjust the stitch length to different settings to those shown above because of the wide range of fabric available. It is not possible to give an extra setting. It is advisable to practice using various settings before sewing on the actual fabric. Over edge cutting width can be adjusted from a 6 to 4 millimeters by simply turning the over edge cutting width dial according to the kind of fabric. It is set to standard with a 5 millimeter when deriving from the factory. Turn it towards 4 if fabric edge curls while sewing figure 1. So that would be this one right here. Turn it lower 6 inches if loop hang off the edge figure 2. That would be this one. And then you have this one. Okay, now we're at our machine. And this is what it's talking about, is these right here. So, let's see what we got to do here. Turn the stitch length dial until the required length is at the guideline. And I think stitch length dial, that would be this one right here. And we're at 2. I think right there's a good one. We're going to leave it there. Over edge cutting width dial right here, and it is all the way over here, so we're going to put it there and leave it there. And this one right here, this right here is on the 2. So we're going to put it on the 2. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to quit this one for now. And when we come back, we're going to have another one. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish this on out. How to donate to Poor Man's Sewing. Mash on Poor Man's Sewing. Come up here to the top. Go to About. And right here, donate to Poor Man's Sewing.